We're going to be looking at practical steps we can take to minimize or possibly eliminate the challenges that do come as a result of poor money management skills in relationships. As the money relationship goes, so goes the marriage relationship. In essence, your marriage relationship will always head in the direction of your money relationship. Resolve money relationship issues, and marriage relationship issues will be resolved to the barest minimum. I promise you that. It's been proven, and so you know you cannot reinvent the wheel. Today, I'd like us to go straight into how to overcome some of the common financial challenges we have in our personal lives and in our marriage relationship. Here's something I'd like you to say, and I want you to write it down. You cannot be personally challenged in the area of finances and have a successful relationship or marriage when it comes to finances. Meaning, as it goes in your personal life, even so you will bring into your relationship when it comes to money issues. If you are a spendthrift, as an individual, you spend money anyhow. When you get into a relationship, you're going to import that lifestyle. If you want to eliminate the possibility of divorce or breakup or even partnership crisis in business, the first thing you need to do is to have what you call financial literacy. Financial literacy. Become financially educated. That you have money doesn't mean you are financially literate. There are people that became rich by accident, and I will explain that. There are people that became rich by circumstance. There are people that became rich by opportunity. See, all of these people are individuals who can lose their money at any time. You know why? They didn't learn the skill of building up money. They were individuals who either got into office, and as a result of the office, if you're in Africa, if you become a politician or you get into some strategic office, you can actually siphon money, and through money siphoned, people can become rich overnight. They buy houses, they buy lands, they invest into things, and they push their money, hide them in different places. The problem with that is that over time, usually a decade to 15 years, within a space of 10 to 15 years, individuals who became suddenly rich without a solid financial structure that took them up will ultimately come down again. Financial literacy is simply the ability to make informed judgments so that you can be able to make effective decisions concerning the use of money. When it comes to financial literacy, the first thing is that you need to develop skills. There are several skills. I don't have the time. I wish I have enough time. I'll break down the skills. I've done that teaching in another. You can go and check some of my videos on money. I'm sure you're going to find it there. Now, listen carefully to me. One of the skills that you need when it comes to financial management is when it comes to financial literacy, is what I call management skills. Ability to manage money. The Bible says he giveth severally. He giveth to every man severally according to the measure of their ability. Listen to that. God will give you according to your ability, not according to your desire. Some of us desire things that we do not have capacity to manage. Another skill you need when it comes to financial literacy is budgeting skills. As a family, as an individual, not even a family, you need to live on budgets. You need to know predictably how much you are expected to spend per month. What are your recurrent expenditure? What do you spend money on regularly? If you want to overcome financial challenges in marriages and relationships, you need to have what we call financial compatibility. Financial compatibility. Now, when it comes to financial compatibility, it is the ability to recognize, accept, understand, and respect and collaborate with your own partner's values, your partner's habits, your partner's, passion, interest, in order to be able to manage and spend your family's money very well. Sounds like a big one. All right. The summary of it all, financial compatibility, is that you and your partner, you learn to work together in order to accomplish your financial goals. Financial discipline. If you really want to overcome the challenges that many people face when it comes to money, marriage, and relationship, one of the things that will help you overcome that is financial discipline. The ability to train, align, and conform your earnings, your income, your spendings, and your savings in order to accomplish your financial plans. What am I saying here? Discipline, the ability to train yourself as a couple, to align yourselves and conform your earnings, your income, conform it, your savings and your spendings, in order to be able to accomplish your financial plans. Financial transparency. It's critical if you're going to be financially successful and minimize the crisis that comes with relationship. It's important to learn to be open and honest when it comes to sharing financial information with your partner. Financial transparency minimizes financial crisis. Write that down. Financial transparency, being open, being honest, minimizes financial crisis in relationships. When you secretly, without letting your partner know that there's a place where you hide money, there's a place where you spend money, there are people you give money you don't want your partner to know. You hide money from your partner, not for your partner. Now, such lack of transparency can create financial crisis. Number 5, it's called financial goals. I have never seen a couple that becomes financially free without financial goals. What are your financial goals for this year? For the remaining part of this year, what are your financial goals? How much do you want to be worth before this year is over? How much money do you still want to make? What is your financial goal? It's important to understand that a match is not worth playing if there is no goalpost. In the same vein, you can't measure a family's progress or a relationship's progress if you don't set goals. Your financial progress cannot be measured without financial goals. It is not wise to set financial goals without having financial plans. Your financial plans include the goal and the strategy, how you and your wife will accomplish it, how you and your husband will accomplish. You need to have the conversation. What's your retirement plan? What's your strategy to accomplish it? From age 50, 60, what is your financial plan? What is your financial goal for 60, 50? What is the plan that will enable you to accomplish it? What are the steps you must begin to take now? What are the strategies you must put in place now in order to achieve it? We call it your financial plan. You have financial goals. Now you have a financial plan or financial strategy that enables you to say, okay, these are the steps we're going to take. These are the strategies we're going to adopt. With the help of God, we're going to accomplish that goal. I remember there was a time we were pursuing a particular goal in our lives as a couple. And I remember that my wife and I were having a conversation. And normally, sometimes, whenever God makes it possible for us, sometimes we just want to take the family and we just go somewhere out of our city, just go somewhere, just go and rest. Maybe you call it a vacation or something. Wherever God leads us, it could be a neighboring state, it could actually even be in the state. But we just take some time, I'll just go somewhere to be together as a family, because ministry has a way of, it has a potential to strain us, to just cause us to drift apart. So on this particular occasion, I was already planning that we're going to go somewhere as a family. And my wife looked at me. You know what she said? She said, sweetheart, I've already told the children about a month or two ago that this year we're not going on any vacation. I said to her, but why? She said, because of the funding. I said, but I never complained that we don't have the funding for it. She said, but we're having a project. I said, yes, the project is running. We're having a goal. I said, but that is running. I said, so we can still do this. She said, I know you can stress yourself to get both running at the same time. She said, but I've decided and I've told the kids and they've accepted that this time around we are sacrificing that in order to accomplish this. You see, that will not happen if the next point is not in consideration. Financial teamwork. The reason why my wife could do that is because we are all on the same team. And so she can compel the children to make sacrifices in order for the family to accomplish something bigger. Because we are in the same team, on the same team. You cannot be a house that is divided against itself and you stand. Financial success, marital success comes when couples plan finances as a team. What that means is that there is a partnership between the two of you such that you both contribute something significant, something relevant to the relationship. When you are a financial team, when you are in a team as a couple, when you form a financial team, everybody must bring something on board. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean money. For instance, I may be the one that will keep the children so that my husband is not distracted, or I can be the husband that keeps the kids so my wife will not be distracted. We are in a team, and everybody brings on board something significant and relevant in order for us to accomplish our corporate goals. Finally, is what I call financial stewardship. If you're going to have money, marriage, and relationship solutions, if you're going to see your money, marriage, and relationships work, then you need to have financial stewardship, which is the intentional application, appropriation, and management of money that is kept in your custody as a God-given resource. What that means is that if the relationship, if husband and wife decide that you will manage the money, you manage it as a good steward. You don't take the money in your custody, which is your family's money. How do you steal from yourself? What wisdom is there in that? You take from your own money, you hide it for something else. Financial stewardship requires that there is transparency in the way we spend. There is transparency in managing money as God's resource. What that means is that even the money God puts in our family, we are sensitive enough to know when God says, take that money, because it is not ours after all. He owns it. The 1,000 cattle upon the hill belong to him. Silver and gold are his. You are his. The breath you have belongs to him. Your life belongs to him. So he owns all things, and yet is giving us the right to enjoy everything. Financial stewardship is one of the major secrets of very successful